Hey, 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 it's me, Nikki Joyner here. Y'all, really excited about this one. And I've been waiting to make this video for quite some time because I have been working on this resource I'm about to show you for literal months. And it is called Bullet, which is your AI-friendly resume coach. Now, a couple of things. Number one, this isn't like AI has nothing to do with Nikki Joyner. AI or just like Chat GPT in general, which is actually where this is built in. Chat GPT in general pulls from the entirety of the internet. Okay, so it pulls from so many sources, a buku amount of sources. Bullet is only pulling from my fenced in backyard, which means it's only pulling from everything I gave her. So there is nothing that Bullet, yes, she is a she, but there is nothing that Bullet is going to give you that I didn't train her on. So a couple things I want to talk about is how I put this together. I put about 80 hours of training into Bullet. So what that means is I fed her real-time training where we talked through scenarios and examples and I trained her how to respond like I would respond. And I also fed her about 40 hours of like one-on-one sessions that I've had with clients, students, and a handful of webinars that I've done to roast people's resumes. So I gave her a boatload of information and have built her in kind of these four main buckets. So the rest of this video is going to be showing you how you can use this. This is a free feature that I give people in our community. So I guess I shouldn't say free because if you're reading this, it's because you got the paid version, but I don't charge extra for this thing. That's probably how I should say it. I don't charge extra for this thing. I used to sell this on its own for like $49. And people would just buy it from me to help level up their resume. It is included in the VIP version of the Career Corner. So if you're watching this video and you don't know what the Career Corner is, you need to head over to Skool and join. But if you're here, let's get into it. All right. So Bullet can do four different things. She can fix your current resume bullet points. She can create bullet points for you for a job that you have right now or maybe a previous job. She can tell you where you should list your job or your experience on your resume, and then she'll tell you if it even belongs on your resume. So I'm going to go through each of the four of these, okay? And I want you to see how easy it is. Keep in mind the input affects the output, but I trained her to be conversational, so it's not going to spit out like a whole bunch of stuff like chat spits out. That is like a, like a thesis. It's not going to do that, but instead it is going to have conversation, ask you some questions, and for the purposes of this, I'm just going to make it up. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to ask her to do is fix my resume bullet points. Okay. What position are we fixing for? Let's see. What do we have? What should I pull? I got a trillion resumes. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. So my job at the pizzeria. Let's say that. My job at the pizzeria. Again, this is a real life resume. We just pulled from somebody's. Perfect. Paste the bullet points. No problem. All right. Okay. Now she's going to start asking you questions. How many customers did you typically serve during a shift? I don't know. 50? Nice. About how many shifts did you work per week? 2? Good. You mentioned 5 new employees. Were you the main person responsible for training? No, I wasn't. Good catch. Yes, that's what I did. And again, you can see I'm feeding her probably what I think a lot of people would feed her. When I stored food properly. Do you have any idea of how often you were responsible for food prep or storage? Every shift? Yeah, every shift for sure. What was your job title at the pizzeria? I don't know. Sales associate? Pizzeria Papa? I don't know. Cool. All right. So we can see here that what we did was we took this. This is what we got. And this is what we gave it. Okay? So more numbers, more what changed because of us. Okay? So this is, again, very focused in the framework that I teach people. What you did, how you did it, and what changed because of you, okay? Bullet is going to teach you that, and she's going to do it really, really swift. Cool. All right, so the next one is create bullets for your internship. So now If I was in a space where I'm like, hey, I need help creating bullet points for my internship. Great. What are we writing bullet points for? My internship at FedEx. Got it. Okay. Okay, I was a business associate in their internship program. And again, she's prompting. What did you do? So if you don't answer her question, she's gonna ask it again, okay? What was the main project? I worked on a team where we were responsible for minimizing cost for driver routes in Texas. Nice. How many people were on your team? There were 5 of us total. How many driver routes? Oh, this is good. Let's say 600 different routes in Texas. And we were analyzing all of them. Yes. So she's asking, did it reduce cost? Yes. We need that number. Uh-oh. What if I don't have the number? Let's see. I don't have it. Don't make one up. That's what I would tell you too. We can still build strong bullets. How long was the internship? 10 weeks? 8 weeks. Perfect. What were you personally doing? Analyzing the 600 routes. So now, again, she's giving you some examples that you could have been doing, but you want to answer exactly what you did. So I was building spreadsheets and doing financial analysis. I was also responsible for analyzing the mapping and creating recommendations to save the money with the other 4 team members. Again, I'm not overly professional here. You don't have to be. Yes, we did present recommendations in week 4 and again in week 8. Cool. How many leaders, managers, or stakeholders were in those presentations? A dozen or so. Boom. Look at this. Now keep in mind, you want to make sure that this is your starting point, okay? This ain't your finishing point. You need to go through and see, because if you're still in the internship, it's not past tense, it's current tense. If you are looking for this, like route optimization opportunities to support company-wide cost reduction initiative, you could say, identify ways to reduce cost, right? So you can take this for what it's worth, use it as a starting point, and then narrow down. Some of these are probably going to be a little beefy. Like this first one's a little beefy. You probably don't need all that beef, okay? So that is how you would do the second bucket, which is the create the bullet points, okay? The third bucket, where should I list this job? So again, she's going to ask, what position are you questioning? The Honors College. Shout out to everybody in Honors College. Y'all are great. It was something I was admitted to. Was it admitted or participated in academically? I was admitted and participated academically. That's exactly what I would tell you too. It goes in education, not work experience or not leadership experience. Being admitted is an academic distinction, so you list it under your university entry. For example, look at this. Honors College, boop, 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 boop. That's exactly how I would tell you to do it too. So you can do this for anything that you're involved in. Youth group, choir, basketball team, DECA, HOSA, any of those things. A job, oh, obviously you know a job goes in work experience. I hope you know that. But any of those, I use this example because I knew that it would pull like this, and I wanted you to see specifically the depth that she will give you and the exactness of that depth, which I think is pretty cool. Shout out to Bullet. All right, this last one here, does this belong on my resume? All right, how long ago did you have this experience? It was in high school. Got it. Depending on what recent it was. What was the experience? I was I was in DECA. Cool. What did you actually do in DECA? I was a member and competed my senior year. Did you place, qualify for regionals or state? I qualified for regionals and state and went to nationals but didn't place. Cool. So see, yeah, I'd keep that if you're still in college or early in your career. Now she's asking, when did you graduate high school? So I'm making this video in 2026. Let's say, for example, I say 2020. Yep, I would keep it off. I generally keep DECA if you are still in college or a recent grad, or you don't have enough experiences to fill your resume. If you have other things, those other things should go first. Are you currently in college, graduated college, or not attending? I graduated in 2024. Then I'd lean towards removing it. See, she's going to coach you just like I would coach you. Y'all, this is a Chef's Kiss resource. It is gold. It is something that you can use right now in order to level up your resume. I have never, ever met with a student. I never, ever met with a client, period. Somebody I've worked with one-on-one who couldn't benefit from using this based upon the resume that they show me. So I hope it's helpful to you too. Thanks so much for getting to the end of this. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in our main chat in the Skool community, and I'm happy to help out. I'll see y'all real soon.